Welcome, students, to another session of our Explainer. Okay, I want you to just sit with this question for a second. What if machines actually become smarter than humans in the future? I know, it sounds literally like the opening line of some crazy sci-fi movie, right? But here's the thing. The reality is we're actively writing the script for that movie right now in real time. We are building systems that learn, adapt, and evolve. So grab your notebooks, get focused, and let's explore exactly what happens when the tools we create start thinking for themselves.
So, today's explainer is going to be a quick crash course on the future of artificial intelligence. I am super thrilled to be your guide for this quick classroom lesson today. We're going to take all that complex high-level research and data surrounding AI and just distill it right down so you can clearly see the path we're walking on. No distractions, just clear, structured knowledge.
All right, here's today's syllabus. First up, AI 101, the basics. Then, AI in daily life. Third, the next 10 years. After that, we'll look at advantages versus potential risks. And finally, number 5, the final takeaway. Okay, Module 1, AI 101, the basics. Consider the virtual bell rung. Okay, let's dive into this. Before we can look at the future, we really have to establish our baseline. Look, artificial intelligence is a profound leap beyond traditional computing. Instead of just explicitly programming a super rigid set of step-by-step rules, we're building these complex neural networks and massive machine learning models. We basically feed these systems enormous data sets, and they act as sophisticated probability engines. They learn from the data, recognize these really intricate patterns, and make autonomous decisions. They act, they adjust, and they optimize. We've fundamentally shifted from computers just being simple instruction followers to deep learning systems that are fully capable of zero-shot problem solving. It's not magic, it's just incredibly advanced math.
Moving on to Section 2, AI in daily life.
Now I want to ask the class a quick question. Where do you already see the true power of AI today? You might be thinking of algorithms curating your social media feed, but the reality is far more advanced than that. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates exactly how embedded this tech already is. Just look at how it's revolutionizing major sectors. In hospitals, AI models are currently discovering entirely new classes of antibiotics and predicting complex protein structures in days instead of decades. Think about that. In businesses, large language models aren't just drafting emails anymore. They're writing, debugging, and deploying functional software code autonomously. And globally, predictive algorithms are actively managing and routing energy across power grids in real time to prevent blackouts and optimize efficiency. AI is already the invisible operating system of our modern infrastructure. All right, Section 3, the next 10 years. Let's move ahead and see how this builds into the near future, because as fast as AI has integrated into our current infrastructure, the acceleration we're about to witness over the next decade is just staggering. In years 1 through 3, we're looking at hyper-agentic systems, meaning digital assistants won't just respond to prompts, they're actually going to autonomously execute complex, multi-step workflows across different applications all on their own. Moving into years 4 through 6, the shift becomes deeply structural. We anticipate the wide-scale rollout of autonomous logistics networks, which is going to completely reshape global supply chains. Medical breakthroughs will compound as AI designs custom genetic treatments tailored to individual patients at a fraction of the current cost and time. Then, getting into years 7 through 10, we project full systemic integration. We are talking about smart cities entirely optimized by AI, balancing traffic, resources, and energy dynamically. The world a decade from now will be fundamentally reorganized around the capabilities of synthetic intelligence. Which brings us to Section 4, advantages versus potential risks. Okay, let's take a collective breath here, class. The picture we just painted is absolutely incredible, but this kind of exponential technological leap carries massive, unprecedented weight. We really must look at the darker side of the equation. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer imbalance of stakes. On the left side, the advantages are undeniable, right? We have massive leaps in efficiency, the eradication of mundane tasks, and the ability to solve previously unsolvable scientific problems. But I want our class to focus heavily on the potential risks over on the right. Because what happens when the intelligence we rely on surpasses our own ability to comprehend its underlying logic? We are talking about the very real risk of machines outsmarting humans, and not in some distant century, but potentially right in our lifetimes. So the crucial point we need to lock in on is this core warning. If machines become genuinely smarter than humans, we face an existential alignment problem. Think about it. How do we ensure that an entity vastly more intelligent than us actually shares our values, prioritizes human well-being, and doesn't just view us as an obstacle to its own programmed goals? We are looking at severe risks like complete job displacement, where human labor, even highly specialized intellectual labor, becomes economically obsolete. We're also looking at the risk of autonomous decision-making in really critical areas like defense and justice, operating entirely without human empathy or nuance. Once an AI can improve its own code, it can trigger an intelligence explosion, leaving humanity fundamentally out of the loop and out of control of our own planet. The reality is, the technology is advancing way faster than our safety and oversight frameworks can possibly keep up.
And that brings us to Section 5, the final takeaway. We've covered the basics, the present, the thrilling near future, and of course, those sobering risks. As we rush headlong into an era where machines may outthink us, what role will we choose to play? Will we be the architects who carefully align this superintelligence with humanity's best interests? Or will we just be bystanders to our own obsolescence? The future of AI isn't just a technology issue, guys. It is the ultimate human issue. It requires all of us to stay informed, demand strict safety standards, and truly understand the tools that are reshaping our reality. All right, class dismissed for today, but your homework is to keep paying attention. Stay curious, stay focused, and I will see you in the next explainer.